Oh, hi.
Try to get a tongue shot.
Oh, yeah.
Emily, do you want to come in for a photo?
Yeah, let's do a photo, Emily, with you.
All right.
Hi, everyone. Usually our cold opens are really short, but because Kendall is uncomfortable holding this lizard, we're just going to make this the longest cold open ever.
Just waiting for something to come out the back end, you know what I'm saying? Is it done? Oh, hi. Okay.
Roll the open. Here we go.
Let's make it a good day.
Good tiger.
Give it up for Debbie Gibson, everyone.
We do it our own way.
Yes!
I'm gonna start crying and laughing so hard.
I did not do that.
Now, here's Jason.
Hello! Hello! Hi, everybody. Hello! Welcome to the show. Hi. Hi, everybody. Welcome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome to the Jason Show. You're looking at a 48-year-old getting ready to turn 49 on Saturday. That's right. One of my last days. And I say that because people have been very nice in our studio audience. People have been bringing lately gifts for Kendall and the baby. And then some folks have been bringing me like a card or something. Well, a couple days ago, a group of women brought in lottery tickets for me. They brought in, some scratch-off lottery tickets. And a bunch, like a good number. I thought, how much did they spend on me? Oh, so I appreciate it. So just a few minutes ago backstage, executive producer Jeff goes, "You forgot to scratch off those tickets." And I went, "Oh crap, I did." The first one we scratched off was a winner, right there. Yeah. $50,000. I'm just joking. No, I'm going to split it with everyone in the audience, whatever this is. $10. That's right. So everybody in the audience, everybody in the studio audience today goes home with about 75 cents. It's good. Let's get started, everybody. Roll it, Leo. Here we go. Woo. Oh, welcome. Please say hello to my good friend. It's Kendall Mark, everybody.
Hello. Hello.
How you doing?
You look very nice. Is this new?
New-ish. I honestly, I haven't been able. I've talked about it. I've been very open about it. Haven't been able to wear it in a while. Gained weight over the winter. Just a moment of blunt honesty. I bought it about a year and a half, 2 years ago. Wore it once, then ate some chicken fingers, then couldn't get in it.
Hibernation.
And so this is first
It looks
day of it.
smashing.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I appreciate it. How you doing?
I'm good. What is it, Wednesday?
It is. I know.
Wednesday.
I'm with you because I am leaving on Friday for my little summer break. Don't worry, though. We have all new shows. We have a week of new shows. I think you're going to like them. 5 really special shows. But I am so stressed because, and I know you'll be able to relate to this if you ever get ready to go on a trip. I'm so afraid I'm going to forget something. I have made, and I'm not a list maker, but I have made a list because I know I'm going to forget something.
Did you check it twice?
I did check it twice. Yes, I did. But I just know I'm going to get on that plane and I'm going to have a Home Alone moment. And I don't mean I'm going to forget Colin, but I just mean, you know what I mean?
Forgot my husband.
I mean, I know. I left Colin at home, but I don't know. I'm not going to the wilderness. There are stores where I'm going. But it's not so, no. It's not so much things. No, I'm not going into the wilderness. Yeah.
I'm bringing into the Boundary Waters, people.
I'm going to a very small town called Las Vegas. And I think that's first part of my trip, but I think they have stores there, I'm pretty sure.
I think so. They're a little pricey.
They're a little pricey, but they have stores. Hey, the cheese lady is on the show today. Yeah. Now, here's the deal. You know, we kind of reformatted the show a couple years ago. We don't really do a lot of lifestyle type things. We cook with Hanson and stuff, but the cheese lady was so popular, so popular that we had to have her back. And today, what is it? All award-winning cheeses. The cheeses that she's bringing today, they've won the Oscars of cheeses. What are they? I know the Oscars of cheeses.
Ooh.
So get ready. Let's get started. Time for the hot dish. Roll it, Leo. Here we go. First up, we start with what could be good news for Hollywood. Let's just call it, hey, we'll take anything right now. Striking writers, not the actors, but the writers, are set to resume contract talks this week. The WGA sent a note to members last night saying they plan to meet with studio heads on Friday with hopes they can agree on a new contract. Writers have been on strike, if you forgot about this, since May 2nd, shutting down many TV and movie productions. The Actors Union then went on strike as well, but they're not talking. This is, we're going to take any kernel of good news we can get. At the very least, at least there's going to be a Zoom meeting. You know what I mean? At least they're going to talk to each other.
But they picked a Friday. Like, who wants a Friday meeting?
Nobody
You know what I'm
wants.
saying?
And according to CBS Sunday Morning, nobody wants meetings in general. We have way too many meetings, but
This could have been an email.
it could have been an email, but this couldn't be an email.
No.
They need to talk to each other and work this out.
Mm-hmm.
And at the very least, if they get the writers arranged or they get the writers situated, maybe that'll get the ball rolling to motivate the actors and the studio bosses, including my buddy Bob Iger. You got to talk to each other to make something happen.
You know?
Yeah, you have to. You got to.
Well, it's interesting you bring up the actors too, because you know that once this is settled, great, but we're still not going to see much of anything because there's no actors to do anything either until they reach an agreement. So this is still going to be a long drive.
Oh, it's going to be, I mean,
long process.
my prediction is into next year.
What?
I really do.
December 2024.
Yeah. I really think it's going to be, I don't think it's going to be the end. I don't think it's going to wrap up by fall. Maybe winter, maybe December, November, but I don't think it's going to wrap up in the fall. Nope. I'll lay my lottery ticket on it. Right there, yeah.
That's $10,
That's
people.
$10 right there, people. You'll take that bet, Jeff? Jeff, when do you think it's going to wrap up?
I think after the TV season starts.
After the TV season starts?
Yeah.
Okay. $10, my friend. Kendall, what are you laying down?
You really want to bet with
wait,
me
you're on
again?
maternity leave. It won't matter, yeah. But I'll come to your house to collect the money. When
Remember the last time you bet me something? How it worked out for you?
This is a legendary story in our office. May I quickly tell it, Jeff? Let me tell you. This one next to me, we're doing the Jason Show Before the Show on Facebook. And, you say goofy things, and we're sitting there, and it was something silly that we were betting on.
You wanted me to name a song by the Police.
Oh, I didn't think that Kendall could name any song by the Police. And I said, I bet you $100.
You took out a bill.
I bet you can't name a song from the Police. And within 2 seconds, she named 2 songs from Police.
Said
from the Police.
Roxanne.
Yeah.
To which she's like, that was Sting. I was like, no.
And I thought, and then I'm holding up the $100 bill, and she took it.
I did.
And she kept it. And I thought,
I spent it on shoes and booze.
I was just going to say she bought shoes and booze with it. There we go, yeah. Before the baby.
Yes,
yeah.
This was a while ago.
Up next, an audition you have to see from America's Got Talent. The show was new last night. And a singer from Brazil who barely speaks English brought the house down. Look at this.
Can't you see the heart of me? I feel so all alone. I wanna run to you. Tell me where you stay. Or where you run away.
Yes. That's Gabrielle Henrique singing the Whitney Houston classic from the Bodyguard soundtrack, Run to You. It was his first time in America. Sophia rewarded him with a golden buzzer. sending him straight to the live shows. That's right. Welcome to America and welcome to NBC. Right there, yeah.
Whoa.
Seriously, we're gonna welcome to the country. We're gonna bring you right to NBC Studios and then start singing. There we go.
Golden buzzer for you.
Yeah.
Good job. Yeah, that wow. His falsetto was like, I'm sorry, what did you just do?
Yeah,
Crazy.
The notes are fantastic, but I always ask myself, because I guess that's still the reward for America's Got Talent. They're wonderful, but would you pay to go see his show? I would not.
I don't know. I mean, I think that if you get the right team with him and he has some original music or some classics, he's got an amazing voice.
He does.
Possibly. I think we'd have to see more of him.
Maybe. Oh yeah, we'll have to see what else. I mean, you
What
can
else
do
you
that
got?
one, but what, can you do Shoop? Can you do whatever, can you do a little Gypsies, Tramps, and Thieves by Cher? What else can you do? Yeah.
Can't do that. We're not coming.
We have a lot more to come. Go get some more Senka. We'll be back after this. Cher, yeah. Welcome back. Welcome back. Good Tuesday. What day is this? Wednesday.
You just said Good Tuesday.
I know.
crowd, didn't you?
I feel like you. We don't know what date. It's Wednesday.
it's Wednesday.
Anyway, welcome back. Make room for. Hey, I just talked about Las Vegas. Make room for a new Las Vegas residency. Beverly Hills housewife Erica Jane kicks off her gig at the Mandalay Bay later this month. She joined Andy Cohen to talk about the upcoming season of The Real Housewives. Look.
Who stirs the pot the most this season?
Probably Sutton.
Who is perpetually late?
Dorit.
Who sheds the most tears?
Ooh, well, we all,
Teary
not
group.
me for once.
Okay.
Yeah, how about that?
Who did you go into this season expecting to butt heads with the
Everyone,
most?
the entire cast.
Besides yourself, who had the fiercest fashions?
Dorit.
Who hosted the best parties?
Kyle, always.
Who do you think talked the most crap in her confessionals?
Probably me.
And who will have the most to answer to at the reunion?
Not me, and I don't care about the rest.
Right.
She's had a rough road. That's why she's feeling that way. She's had a rough couple seasons if you don't watch Beverly Hills. So she's out of the hot seat this year. She looks great.
Yeah.
I mean, she looks fantastic.
Whoa.
Her residency is at, I think, Mandalay Bay, the House of Blues at Mandalay Bay. So
I forget that she sings. Like
She does.
Honestly, I forget that.
I mean, let's put that in air quotes. She
Ish.
sings-ish. Yeah. She has a decent voice out of all of them. More just for you now, and we're sticking with the housewives. Former Atlanta housewife Nene is making news with the new interview that she did. Nene talked to the podcast Reality with the King and said she's open. She's open to a reconciliation with Bravo boss Andy Cohen and the network. Watch.
I hate that we're in this place. I really wish it was a way for us to find our way back to each other because, life is short and you just don't want to carry ill feelings for the rest of your life. You don't have to work together. You don't have to do anything, but it would be nice to either just work through the issues.
I hear you. I hear you. It's a good lesson, people. Let me tell you. A few years ago, Nene sued Bravo for unfair treatment. She now says the network only offered her 6 episodes for season 13 of Atlanta because producers said she seemed unhappy. That is in air quotes. Nene later dropped the suit. I'm joking, but I'm not. You know what? It's one of the 2 things, 2 layers here. The first issue is, let's be blunt, the show was awful without her. I mean, Atlanta needs Nene. And number 2, she's absolutely right. And if I've learned anything as I approach 50, it is I recently, there was someone that I was like in a minor little tiff with, and I thought, why am I holding on to this? It's so ridiculous.
So much energy.
It's so much energy. I'm gonna let it go. And it's just, and it felt good just to pick up. I texted, I'm like, hey, and it's fantastic. Despite all the drama, Nene says she's open to returning to the show, yes, and threw some shade at the current cast. Look.
So we have Kenya, Candy, Sheree, Sonia, Drew, and Marlo. Out of those 6 women, do you see any stars in them?
I do not.
Okay. How do you feel about Marlo getting a peach?
You know, from what I've heard and from what I've seen, Marlo is the one that's bringing the most entertainment on the show. Now, we really have a problem. So if Marlo is the biggest entertainer on the show, they have got to do something.
They do. They do. Carlos King. Oh, yeah. Carlos. The audience is not quite sure today. They're not quite sure what's happening. I mean, not quite sure. You can watch Carlos. That's Carlos King, by the way. Carlos is so good. He started as a producer on various shows. He produced Oprah's season 25 documentary series. Anyway, the entire interview's on Carlos's YouTube channel or his immensely popular podcast, Reality with the King. But I'll just repeat, Bravo needs Nene. The ratings are down for Atlanta. I hear from people that watch the show. I dropped out a couple seasons ago. It's just not the same. You need Nene. That's the bottom line. You need Nene. Done, yeah.
And speaking of people that look good.
Oh, Nene looks great.
Nene, I believe she's 55 or 56. Please.
She's
looks like she's 30.
She's one of those two. I always say the phrase "come to play" when a guest comes to play. Nene has been a satellite, I think, on our show. I've had her on the radio show a few times. She always comes to play. And some of these reality stars, they clam up. You know, they're not a lot of fun to interview. Nene is always fun, has always been fun. Next up, new drama on the football field, and you know I love football. Thanks to the But since we're the home of the Vikings, I have to say that. Thanks to the Netflix show Quarterback. No, seriously, you know I like Quarterback. There's renewed interest because of that show in the life of an NFL player. This week, we're getting our first look at the new season of the mega popular HBO series, Hard Knocks. Every year, if you don't watch it, and I don't, I'm going to start, I think. It follows training camp of a different team. And this year, it's the New York Jets and new quarterback Aaron Rodgers. You all remember him? Following his trade from the Packers. Look.
There's a lot of expectations on this football team.
They're dangerous. Watch out.
To achieve the results you want, it doesn't happen on game day, it happens today, with every breath you take.
This guy is one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time.
Push each other, make it hurt. It's time to rewrite our story.
The new season premieres next week on HBO, or you can stream it on Max. You like the show?
I love this show.
Will I like it?
Yes.
Like and I represent not just about me, but non-football folk.
I think so. So we watched this show every year for seasons and seasons. And when we got rid of HBO, we honestly, genuinely almost got it back.
Just for this?
Just for this show. I think even if you have no interest, you're like, oh, mildly interested in football, whatever it might be. It's a great documentary show. It's won plenty of Emmys. You get to really know these players and these people as human beings. You see their family, and then the very next episode, they get cut, and they're trying to figure out what they're going to do with their life. Or it's really, really interesting. You end up kind of rooting for the team, usually, not always. You end up rooting for the team that they profile. So I think it's a decent thing for the team, too.
I want to watch it just because I have a shallow base of knowledge about, obviously because of geography of Aaron Rodgers.
Right.
It is as a non-football guy, it is weird seeing Aaron Rodgers in a different costume. You know what I mean? Seeing him in the Jets costume.
In a different green.
It's weird. I mean, they're both green, but it's a different shade of green.
It's a different shade.
And even, of course I'm talking about the color shades. Anyway. Next to the dish, The Daily Show may have found its new host. According to Variety, this broke last night. Hassan Minhaj is the leading candidate to take over the show. Minhaj is a former correspondent and guest hosted after Trevor left. Variety says, now look, the deal isn't finalized, not yet, and there's a chance that someone else could get the job, but right now Minhaj is the likely successor. The show hoped to have a new host this past spring, but you know what I'm going to say? That decision was delayed because the strike. I enjoy, we covered every guest host on this show. I watched at least one episode of every one they tried out. I'm a fan of Hassan's, just generally. I'm a fan of every aspect of him. I really am. But
he's very hard to look at.
Insert your own. He's so ugly. But yes. But I like him too, and he did such a good job because people, the good ones make it look easy. And it's not easy to do a show like that. And he makes it look effortless. And not every one of the guest hosts did. Al Franken, sorry. I mean, Al, and I love Al, but that was rough.
Well, and I like that they're going with someone, not that he's completely unknown, obviously, but I like that they're not just going, well, we should just have Chelsea Handler do it because people know who she is.
Yeah.
I like that this is somebody who's a little bit more under the radar, unless you're a huge fan of the show, but it'd be great.
And look, this isn't me, and don't email me. I'm not going woke, but
where's this going?
But there's a guy that emails us like once a week. Jason's going woke again. I don't even know what that means. Anyway, but just personally, I would like to see a woman do a late night show like that. You know what I mean? I would. Just as a viewer, it's not about stop it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Let's move on before he emails. Next up, we almost knew this was going to happen again. If you saw the show yesterday, you saw Emily from the Snake Discovery Center make her triumphant return with some new slithering friends. That's right. That was me yesterday.
Eyes closed.
Holding a new snake. Yeah, that was such a great moment. The last time she was here, and this is no joke, thousands of new people discovered our show on YouTube through Emily, because Emily is a star on social. The same thing happened yesterday with hundreds of new comments coming in from people around the world. We have a good sense of humor, so here are a few of our favorites. Here we go. This person says, I think Jason liked all the attention, so he brought Emily back for more. That's okay, we love Emily, and Jason's growing on us too. I'm like a fungus. Great. This next comment. Hey, I hadn't heard of Jason before I watched his Emily videos, and I'm really proud of him for not letting his fear hold him back. Thank you. Yeah. Next, I watch the Jason Show online daily now since I enjoyed the segments with Snake Discovery so much. Well, thank you, yes. Okay, now audience. Now just keep that positivity in your mind, okay? Please. Leo, go to the next one. Finally, our favorite. I hope Jason gets recognized at Target one day like Emily.
I hope he does too.
Because I said on the show, Emily's so popular that when you get recognized at Target, that's when you know you're a celebrity. That person thinks I'm waiting to be recognized.
I hope that for you too.
I hope that for me too.
Yeah,
I hope I get
really
recognized in Target. These people have no idea. I'm sitting there and I'm like, why? This is so funny to me, But that's the new world, man. Yep. I mean, if you're a hit on YouTube, people don't know linear television because people. I've been doing this for too long. Let's move on. Time to meet our first JVIP of the week. It's Mary Knapp from Big Lake, Minnesota. Mary loves the banter and easy rapport that Kendall and I have. She also loves all the cooking segments, especially with the queen, Stephanie Hansen. Mary gets a Jason Show mug. She's also entered to win the monthly grand prize. That includes being a VIP guest, or whatever I said, in our audience. A $150 gift card to Becker Furniture World and a $150 gift card to the Institute of Advanced Aesthetics. Friends, stay right there. We're going to take this break. We'll be back after this. Back in a momento.
She is a certified cheese professional and a certified great guest. The Cheese Whiz, Carrie, is back bringing you some award-winning cheeses. What are they? You're going to find out. And a little bit later...
Nice to meet you. 40 minutes late. It's fine.
Already fired.
Kendall stepping away from this job to do your job.
I'm not touching the hot thing. My mom always told me not to touch hot things.
This time, her 9 to 5 is a barista. Can she do a hot cup of coffee? You're going to find out when we come back.
cheese. Glorious cheese. Well, if you love cheese, and well, really, who doesn't? I'm sure, yeah. Again, we're going to get someone emailing going, I don't like cheese. Our next guest is on a mission to help all of us eat, not just like lame cheese, the best cheese available. We call her the Cheese Whiz. You can call her a certified cheese professional. From forage to fromage. Carrie, everybody. That's right.
That's all right.
Yeah.
I got it wrong last time.
How you doing?
So I'm good. How are you?
You're doing well. Doing well.
We just got back from cheese camp. Yes, my husband and I went to cheese camp.
We got to send photographer Eric to cheese camp next year. Yeah. What, Carrie? All joking aside, what is cheese camp?
It's American Cheese Society's conference held annually, and that's where the cheeses get, not at the conference, long story short, they get judged and awarded at the conference.
So this is like best in show.
It is.
So this is like Jennifer Coolidge is there. This is where they judge. Right. Like if Cocker Spaniel, this is it.
Yeah.
Okay.
God loves a terrier.
God loves a terrier.
Yep,
That's right. Yeah. We both love soup. Anyway, so where are we starting? So these are some of the winners?
These are some of the winners, absolutely.
Okay.
And I'm really happy to bring them to you, along with some suggested wine pairings.
Okay.
Alamar killed it. Alamar, does anyone know Alamar? They're in the food building. Yes.
Alamar. Kendall does. Okay. Alamar. Okay.
It's a version of Keith Adams' daughter's names. It's a collection of their names.
Okay.
And Charlotte Serino is a reasonably new cheesemaker.
Okay.
And
reasonably new.
She's killing it. She's just rocking.
Okay.
This is their first time that apricity has been made available to people. Apricity means the warmth of the sun in winter.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So
okay.
This first.
Thank you, audience, for oohing that. Thank you.
Apricity and Blue Earth won first and second in its category.
Blue Earth won?
Blue Earth.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So which one am I going to try first?
We're going to try apricity first.
Apricity?
Apricity.
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 Apricity. Sounds like my personality at times. Yeah. Okay. Thank you for laughing at that, Aaron. I appreciate that. Okay. Oh, that is an unusual looking ball of cheese.
Yes, it is. I'm sure that's what the judges said when they.
I'm not joking. That audience,
really
right? That looks like butter.
It kind of tastes like it too.
No offense to the apricity people. I mean, it just is an unusual ball of cheese. Okay.
It is.
Oh my God, that's a huge chunk of cheese.
Oh, this is so. Come on now.
What are you trying to kill me? Okay, I'm just whatever you want me to do.
You held snakes yesterday.
I know, you're right. Okay. Should I eat this?
Little nibble. The baguette is from Diamond City Bread in Elk River.
Will you talk while I eat?
You got it.
Okay, what are you going to...
The next one's Blue Earth. Oh, it's so good. And that one has been reformatted a little bit, and she's, it got second in its category. Isn't that good? It has a texture of goat's milk, but
Daddy
it's all
happy. Oh, it is like, it's creamy. You know what it is? It tastes like a very minor goat cheese.
Versus a major one.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like a little goat.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
A baby goat, a kid.
And a little, I'm getting essence of cream cheese too.
Okay.
This, oh my God, I want this on everything.
I know, isn't it great?
Who is this woman?
Including your mustache.
Oh, I haven't had my mustache. I'm sorry. Well, I had my zipper down earlier, so it's fine. We're doing really well today.
Charlotte Serino.
Her name's what?
Charlotte Serino.
Can we get her on the show? Do you know her?
Yes.
Get her in here.
She doesn't talk.
She doesn't talk?
Much.
Oh.
She's really shy.
I'm like, can she mime? Okay, continue.
I talk for them. Makers are notoriously introverts and don't like to socialize with people. If you want to try another one, there you go. This is Blue Earth.
Okay.
And this is one that's very custom in the fall called Cicada.
As in John Cicada? Thank you. Only old people like me get that reference. Thank you, back row. Okay, what is this?
This is Cicada. It has a grape leaf on it that's been soaked in spirits. And the grape leaf actually comes from, I think it's Chankaska Winery. So this is in the fall, very seasonal again. It just came out, so it's actually not terribly ripe. When I say ripe, I mean aged.
Yeah. This is also creamy. It has a more very unique flavor. This just this. Oh my God, I love that. This has a more unique flavor.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, let's do one more and then we'll break.
Sounds good. We'll have a little sip of wine there. That's a Chenin Blanc.
Okay.
You got to help me with my work. It's real rough.
Yeah.
It's real rough work. But Cicada is a similar style. Most of what Alamar does is soft ripened, which is a brie style of cheese.
Okay. That's what this is? That's my final one to try right now?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And that Chenin Blanc is a South African from Wandering Cellars, friends of ours that make wine in Napa and in South Africa.
Now, this looks like, is this in the brie family?
Yep.
See, I'm learning from you. You know, I'm getting better,
You're
Carrie.
doing good.
Do I eat the skin?
Yes.
Okay.
It's edible. It's not, I always say, it's not always eatable. You're not in France. If you don't like it, you don't have to eat it. It's fine. Fine.
Okay. This one is sharp. This one has a kick to it, like a flavor kick that the other ones do not have. But it's creamy. It is definitely a cousin of brie. It's like, you know, what is this again, just to keep track?
This is Cicada.
This is as John Cicada, remember this. Okay, in order, here's how I like this. This is last, this is second, and I want to sleep with that one. Yeah. Yeah.
Not uncommon.
I mean, you know, more with Carrie when we come back in a moment. Oh my God, Carrie. Welcome back. More with Carrie, our certified cheese professional. From forage to fromage. Again, to recap, you know, when I love something, people always email, what was that? This is Alamar. This was the cheese company that I was raving about. This will all be on social a little bit later.
It's also on my website.
Oh, perfect. Go to her website, too.
The QR I sent to Jeff.
Yeah, we'll send it. We'll do it right. Oh, there it is right there. Look at Leo. Yeah.
All the
Shoot that
information's
right
there.
now. Okay, where are we going next?
We're going to go best in show. So the best in show had 3 levels, first, second, and third. I have first best in show. So this is the one that took all categories of cheese. And
this one right here?
Yes, right.
Okay.
And Eugene Levy had nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
So, but it's a Alpine style. So think like Gruyere.
Okay.
And this is called...
similar to Gruyere.
Yep. So this is a St. Malachi, and it's from Pennsylvania, the farm at Doe Run in Pennsylvania.
Okay, let me just take a slice. Yeah. Ooh. This is a sharper flavor than we had over here. Definitely in the Gruyere family, and quite delicious. And I can see why this was a best in show. Yeah.
That was really,
yeah.
And to be able to get it is really, really hard. Once something rates like that, it sells out. You can't get the cheeses.
How did you get that?
I know people.
How do people get it though? I mean, seriously, people watching in Chicago, Seattle, us.
Go in and ask.
Go in and ask?
Ask for it. Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. Your manga will get it for you if they can.
Yeah.
This one is Pleasant Ridge Reserve. Now, this is kind of a darling to us. This is down in the driftless region of southwestern Wisconsin. We used to live down there. It's where the glacier dumped all sorts of stuff, and it's extremely hilly. It's beautiful, and we're not going to tell anyone because it's kind of like our little secret.
Yeah.
This cheese
Don't worry,
has
no
won,
one's watching. It's fine, yeah.
This one has been in the Pleasant Ridge Reserve. Andy Hatch is the maker. It's been in best in show categories. This is the 4th time. It's the most awarded cheese in the world, actually.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
The one that I just ate is the most awarded cheese in the world.
In the world.
I can see that. I mean, personally, I would refer this as the most, but I mean, we'll get to that later. Okay, what else now?
So now we're on to Beecher's. Beecher's rated again. This is flag sheep.
Not flagship.
Right.
Flag sheep.
Flag sheep.
It's a sheep's milk?
Sheep's milk. Cow and sheep's milk. A little more aged cave age. It's a blend. It's a mixed milk.
Oh, this is very sharp.
And I want a trip to Seattle through Beecher's.
Really?
For their 20th anniversary party.
Ooh. Oh, this is another fave too.
Not nice.
Because I like the sharpness of it. Not as creamy, a little crumbly in your mouth. Okay, so this is right here. Get it right there.
Flag
That's
sheep.
another one, flag sheep. You won't forget that. Okay, where are we going now?
This is Kingston Blue. And yes, the weeping and the water coming out is it's what it's supposed to do. It's very moist. I have not had this blue. This one's absolutely new to me. So we're going to try it together.
Oh, are we?
This is also Wisconsin, actually
Okay.
down where my husband grew up in Cambria.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I think we should do a cracker on the blue. Let's do that.
a little bit lighter.
Yeah.
These are extremely neutral crackers.
Let's both do it. Let's cheers each other. Come on. Okay.
don't have to
So
feel
this should this just taste like a traditional blue?
Yep.
Is there something unique about this one?
This is a mixed milk also.
Oh,
we were
it's a
discussing. Yeah,
Okay.
mixed milk.
So we're talking like cow, sheep,
Cow, sheep,
goat,
and goat. Mhm.
camel. Okay, here we go.
Okay, camel.
Cheers.
Now who's going to talk?
What would you say about this?
I like the creaminess of it. Mm-hmm. It's got quite a salty tang. Mm-hmm. But I think it's even, it's something that I think non-blue lovers would get into a little bit.
A little bit. It's very salty. Mm-hmm. It's saltier than some blue cheeses yeah. But if you like that kind of thing, you'll love that.
So
okay.
especially this one would go with a sweet dessert wine.
Oh, absolutely. Do we have any of that? No. Right here? Thank you. Okay.
This
is that it? Are we done? This is it?
No, I got more. I can go.
Do we have time for one more? We have 30 seconds.
So this is El Page. This is also a Wisconsin cheese.
Okay.
It's fairly new on the scene. It's raclette style, so it's a good melter.
Okay.
And
a good melter.
Yep, very good melter. Go ahead and smell the whole wedge right there. Get to know your cheese. Okay.
I'm good. I mean, the smell. It's unique, but you're a cheese person.
Well,
yeah. Now, maybe the taste will be made. Let me just take a quick bite.
It's going to be different on the inside because always on the exterior of an Alpine style cheese, it's starting to oxidize just a touch, so the interior is where all the flavor is.
Ooh.
Better?
Salty too.
Okay.
But delicious. Still, I love that so much. I can't even stand it. Again, for more information, visit that QR code that Director Leo put up and follow her on Instagram to search for Carrie J. Cheese Whiz. I love that name. Right. We'll be right back. Back in a moment, everybody. That's lunch. And we're back. Sorry, still eating cheese. Anyway. Making coffee at home is easy for most of us, but how do you think you do at a coffee shop making some of those complicated drinks people order, like me? Kendall decided to find out. She visited Spy House Coffee to see if she can cut it as a barista. It's our latest Kendall Tries Your 9 to 5.
I was supposed to work here all day. I have a shift. I'm a scheduled employee at Spy House. But what happened, Eric? We were about 45 minutes late at this point because
Hello. Nice to meet you. 40 minutes late. It's fine.
Already fired. Is this a good time to tell you that I have no idea what I'm doing?
I mean, earlier would have been better.
This looks... There's a dispensing pressure. There's the steam come out
Manual
of this.
fill.
Is it going to blow up in my face?
It could, actually, if you're not careful. This could just go,
Eric, I feel like that was passive-aggressive for the fact that I was 45 minutes late, but it's actually fault, so.
Baristas are passive-aggressive. It's part of the culture.
Great! I should tell my boss, Jeff, to get a job here. I'm just kidding, don't put that in there. I should tell my boss, Jeff, to get a job here. What am I making?
You're gonna make an iced latte and then a cortado.
By the way, our intern Mason doesn't know this yet, but the reason he's here is he's gonna taste test all of this.
Good. Who's tasting it?
Mason, he's fine. He's the intern. He doesn't care. He's
so no,
great.
We don't care
You're
what
not
kind of
gonna
milk?
die if I give you
We don't
lactose.
care what kind of milk.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Yeah, let's just go with whole milk.
This seems like a lot of milk.
I know.
It seems very splashy. Okay. Then I fill it with ice?
No. We need the other ingredient first.
The espresso.
Yes. You set that right on top, and you're gonna want to hold it at kind of like a 90-degree angle, and just use your body weight to give it one good push.
What if I hold it at an 80-degree angle?
I won't tell anyone, but certain coffee snobs will get mad at you.
Oh, are you serious?
But it's a whole thing. We want to time how long the espresso is taking to come out.
Lord, this is very
Because in
scientific.
the morning when we are weighing in, we use a little scale, which we probably could do now.
Nobody told me to be a scientist to be a barista.
There's a lot of science that goes into it.
Oh, look it's going.
Yeah, okay. So you can just go ahead and dump that right in there.
Is this going to be hot? It's
Yes.
going to burn my fingers.
Grab something at the bottom. So go ahead and just dump that icing. Yeah,
It's gonna splatter
It
at
will.
me.
It will splatter.
Mason, this is the part where you come here.
So.
Is this a joke? Did you tell him to do that? I would show you a special finger, but instead I'm going to just show you mittens, because everybody likes mittens. So I think the problem is not my drink. I think that Mason just wants something fancier.
Queen of Hearts has white chocolate and then red berry sauce. Let me get a better white chocolate.
White chocolate and raspberry sauce.
Now we're gonna steam milk.
Everything here is so just hot looking.
Yeah. So.
How many fingers have you burned off, Katie?
Oh my God, the calluses are insane. Like, hold the side. You hold.
I'm not
with
touching
one
the
hand.
hot thing. My mom always told me not to touch hot things.
You usually know it's at 140 when it starts to hurt, and that's when you pull away and turn it off. For other drinks like cortados and cappuccinos, they're slightly less hot.
I'm leaving.
So you turn it off right before they start to hurt. It's fun. It's fun. It's fun. What's not fun is when someone orders extra hot.
She's talking about how
Because
things
then
hurt.
you have to wait till it really hurts. I'm not lying.
Can we cut it at this point, or do you need me to actually?
It's gnarly.
Kendall, you do have an intern. You just make him use his hand.
A little more. Okay, then pull it back up just a little bit. So we're gonna start pretty high up. And we're gonna pour in, and you want it to be pretty, just an even brown. And you're gonna get nice and close. I'm just gonna make a heart. We can make a monk.
What the hell's the trick to making a heart?
You're just gonna slowly pour in. I guess I really didn't explain it that well.
You just probably like do this and then make a. Come on, make a heart. Eric, it's working. Oh, look it. I'll just make a heart.
Gorge.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you don't make the special of the month. A Queen of Hearts for a Mason.
I don't like it.
What? Get him out. Put more sugar in it. Whatever.
Oh, Kendall joins me now.
Poor Mason.
You did pretty good at that.
Thank you. And all the parts that I didn't want to do, Mason was very gracious about stepping in. Thanks, Spy House.
That's right. Spy House is great here, locally here in Minneapolis. We're going to take a break. We'll be back right after this. Back in a moment. Don't forget to get tickets to our show. Go to eventbrite.com and search for The Jason Show. Speaking of the show, in case you missed our announcement yesterday, we just dropped a bunch of new items in our swag shop. The online shop features special edition Minnesota State Fair t-shirts and bags with a custom design logo. I got to give props to Kimberly in our creative service department. I'm really big on logos, and she did such a great job with this stuff. And we'd love to see you join us at the Minnesota State Fair wearing our fair t-shirts and carrying those great bags. You can also buy t-shirts with my end of show saying, you know, the one I go out there and be yourself. And we now have baby onesies and our very own hotness spoons. Shoot the QR code. It'll take you right to the store, or a link is on our socials. We'll be right back. Back in a moment. By the way, Cheese Whiz Carrie has an event in Alexandria, Minnesota. If you're local, head to Carrie's website for information. It's time for the surprise goodbye. Today, what could be the strangest / craziest video you ever did see? Come back to the TV. A guy in Japan makes his dream of becoming a dog reality. He spent $16,000 on a custom-made collie costume. The guy shared this video on his YouTube channel, showing him on his first walk, interacting with humans and other dogs. According to Japanese media, none of his family or friends knew he pretended to be a dog in his free time. But we knew photographer Eric did this all the time. That's right, yes. That's him right there, yeah. Oh my God.
Okay.
Tomorrow, the Gadget Guy joins me live to show off the latest high-tech good gadgets for kids as they head back to school. But right now, speaking of kids, if you're watching and you're a kid that's being bullied, you go out there and be yourself because nobody can tell you you're doing it wrong. Have a good day, everybody. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.